Hey, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings and salutations to the whole elect. Those in the gospel of Allah, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. Hey, man, I just did this whole video going into this topic. I felt like I brought out some very edifying points, but of course, my phone ran out of storage. And somehow Apple's algorithm didn't save it. It didn't store it in the backlogs. It just completely deleted it. Well, it may still be in here somewhere. I just don't know how to pull it up. But regardless of that, now I have to do it again. And that's the irritating part about these devices too, is the fact that once you do one video and it gets destroyed, it's hard to capture the spirit on that again. So you have to hop in the spirit over again to try to really, capture it again. But it was just straightforward about these women, man. It says, did you know that the average woman has had sex with over 10,000 or over 1,000 different men before she hits the age of 30? That's a scary statistic. They're scary, and these are the same women that you call wives, women. These are the same women that's running around being entitled, acting like the shit don't stink. But they just say, if a woman dealt with fucking 10 dudes a week, that's 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60. That's 70 dudes a week times that by 4, man. Okay? That's 280 men a month. So let's say if she's popping 280 men a month by 365, then just imagine, man, that from the age of 20 to 30, 280 men a month. That's well over fucking 10,000. That's damn near 10,000 something plus men, man. And my math may be a little off, but you get the drift. Now, this may seem a little far-fetched because you would say, well, the average woman don't do that many rides. But the average woman on average is probably sleeping with 6, 7 dudes a month. Okay, you got to average in, factor in OnlyFans. You have to factor in these women that get flew over to Morocco, Dubai, Spain, France. Deal with these old 85-year-old Edomites, man, that's putting them on, getting the content up. You got to take all this into account. Okay, and the fact that you're a woman that you're so in love with is why the scriptures say, give not thy strength to women, okay, nor the ways that destroy kings, because your woman, the one you lay down with every night, and I'm not trying to discourage brothers or get them to look at their wives any different, because we understand we are in Babylon, but there's exception to the rule. But on average, the woman you're looking at every night, she has tons of skeletons in her closet, man, okay? She has horror stories about things she's done in her early years, which they call her best years. She gave them to the streets. And by the time she's aged 35, 36, 37, she's ready to settle down and feel like somebody should put a white dress on her. But you can't wear white because white represents being pure. And there's nothing pure about, harlotry, man. And I see why the Lord has to come back and destroy this place, because it's totally defiled. Okay, it says 1,000 different men before she reaches 30. So just factor in all the abortions. Okay, the abortions, the miscarriages, etc. Because if a woman had 1,000 men before she turns 30 and started at the age of 20, she's probably had several abortions, which abortions leads to complications. After 2 abortions, you're pretty much through, because now you're developing fibroids, which fibroids, it's proven that sometimes a woman can only carry up to the first trimester, which is the first 3 months of the pregnancy. All right. After that, they usually miscarriage. And then you have to take into account that the birth control, the shots, the stuff they're putting inside their vaginas, those things you got to take into account. So a lot of women, they're not having kids, as much because they're damaged. Their insides don't work. Fibroids, which is nothing but cysts on the uterus, those grows, and that prevents the woman from having a successful pregnancy. And you have nobody to blame but yourselves, because on average, like I was reading a paper a couple of years ago, an article out there in Vegas, man, I believe this woman, it was like some type of event. These women were literally taking up to 200 men a day. And like I said, that's a little bit on the high end, okay, because an average hood Keisha, I don't think she's going to take 200 rides a day, but the average Keisha has over 200 men she slept with. And I'm talking about, these are just regular chicks you see at Walmart, you see working at the stores, you see walking the streets, twerking. These are women on average that's done this, that's been engaged in this type of activity but yet we supposed to love them. We supposed to wife them. You know, we supposed to demean ourselves for them. We supposed to put them on a pedestal, but you're defiled, you know, because like I said in the last video before it got deleted, you know, you got brothers out there that have wives, you know, that have children with these women. You know, repentance is a big thing because like I said, it's going to be certain women in Babylon that had passed that's going to make it on a chariot. Okay, because the scriptures say that it be certain harlots that tasted or seated the kingdom of heaven before you. Because a lot of these women, well, I ain't going to say a lot, but the ones that's in the faith, that ones that know the truth, that's sincere, you know, they repented and they gave their lives over to Yahweh Shai. We're not talking about some Christian do it as you believe and believe as you do type shit. No, we're talking about ones that understood the scriptures, that took tutelage from the apostles, elders, the brothers on down, okay, that have a husband that they're actually following in the faith, and they turn their life around, okay? And that's what Yahweh Shai was talking about. So you will have those women here in America that will make it, but very few, because the majority of the women in America, they're just not going to make it, okay? But on the flip side, you're going to have more women that's going to make it than men, same as being destroyed than men, because that's 7 to 1. Okay, so just think about the statistics of that. So I pulled up this video, and of course we got a chimpanzee by the name of Johnny D, which a lot of you niggas, man, you niggas gotta go. But it says, to everybody hating on this girl, she is fine as fuck and know how a man wants to see her twerk. But for one thing, this is not how a woman's supposed to conduct herself, okay? This is not the proper conduction of what a woman should be. Twerking, showing her ass out. She probably got kids. She probably got a man. And usually men come home and they end up beating the shit out of women like this because she's disrespectful. You see what I'm saying? But you got this chimpanzee by the name of Johnny D. Matter of fact, death to you, Johnny D. May the Most High destroy you. If you ain't dead yet, may the Lord destroy you and take you out, man. Okay? May it be a very painful and grievous destruction for green lighting this behavior. And that's the problem with you niggas, man. You green light this behavior. Like if you was to put these women in a place and told them what it was, and you had some type of austerity about your actions, these women would think twice before they're able to go out here half naked, going down to the lake for the weekend to dress provocative for birthday weekends, going to Vegas, going to Morocco, going to Dubai. All these high-end places, man, you women get to go because Esau has greenlit you to be a whore, man. He's pretty much greenlit it to the point you got slut walk, okay? You got Amberosa, you got fucking the Kardashians, Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion. That's a big one who our women look up to, you know. But the scriptures say you're not supposed to be in harlotry, you know. And then, you know, another thing too, you brothers out there, hey man, stop. You got to have low expectations for these women, man. You can't be putting them on a pedestal or expecting. If you expect too much out of the American woman, you're gonna fall. You're gonna sell yourself short. 9 times out of 10, you will sell yourself short. Okay, trust me, I know. Don't have high expectations for these women, man. And like I said, if you got a woman, she's cool with you, want to deal with you, then deal with her. But don't even have high expectations for her, because at any moment, a demon could hop on her and she'd go left. It's just that simple. And the fact that you're a man, you can have multiple women, that gives them the green light. Okay, well, if you can have multiple women, that means I can be a hoe. That means since you like these other women in the streets, that means I'm justified on dressing like a hoe. No, that does not mean that. See, and this is another thing you women don't understand, that if you are dealing with the man, and a true man, he's going to have attraction to other women. Now, I say that to say that that's not going to take away from you or how he feels about you. That's just the way we were created. Okay, men were created to have multiple women. That's in our DNA, because for one thing, it's a collective effort. It's a help me thing. Okay, it helps with the business. And on top of that, the Lord created us to have variety, man. It would be boring. It don't work the way that y'all want it to work. And you get offended at that. And then you go out and you make ruinous choices. And you're just going to destroy yourself. All because you mad at the way that the Most High chose to make men. Men can't cheat on women. Oh, well, he cheated on me. Men can't be disloyal to women, because the scriptures say that the woman was made for the men. Now, of course, you have boundaries in it. You know, you don't want to just go out and make your woman feel some kind of way. You know, you with her. You know, you try to keep some type of decency head about yourself, because, you know, you want to avoid the headache. You know, But these women, they're just mental cases, man. You can't even explain something as simple as that because they're going to feel like, oh, well, you taking away from me. You women, you don't own your man. You don't own him. Okay, he owns you. He belongs to the Lord. Okay, but that doesn't give you a green light to go out there and be whores and sluts. No, especially when you washed up as it is. That's why the system has to be reset. It just has to be changed. And another thing too, man, on the flip side, you brothers out there, man, that have virgins, that find virgins, because that's very hard to find. Okay, and even the virgins that you do get, they're still twisted by America. But hey, man, don't just be popping them and just doing away with them. If you got a virgin and she sincerely likes you and wants to deal with you, then fucking deal with her, man. Deal with her, man. Make her your girl, whatever. Deal with her. Keep her close, whatever you want to call it. Certain jakes, you just got to grow up, man. Just grow the fuck up and start using your mind, man. You got a virgin chick, remember, that's your wife because ain't no other man touched her. Okay, we're not saying that another man won't touch her because that's the culture here. But overall, man, you jakes, man, that get virgins, man, you better start being smart with that shit, man, because you got sincere men in this thing that don't even have women. And yet virgins are being thrown to you, jakes. You don't even appreciate when the Lord throw a bone at you or something you can deal with to help your situation out. Got to start thinking, Jake. You know, Lord throw you something nice, man. You use it for your benefit, man, to help you out in this ministry. Got to start thinking, man. You always need something to fall back on. In some cases, you just can't deal with them. Some cases, just too much. All right. But like I said, Chimpanzee here. Oh, she got skills. She fine as hell. But let that be his woman. He'll have a problem. But then again, a lot of you jakes, man, you into that swinger shit too. All right. So this is Leviticus 19:29. It says here, do not prostitute thy daughter and cause her to be a whore, lest the land fall to whoredom and the land become full of wickedness. Like a lot of you jakes, man, you know, you put your women out there, you let them dress a certain way and they go to these clubs and you wonder why they getting all these numbers in their phones. You know, you wonder why, you know, niggas are calling at 3 o'clock in the morning. And a lot of you are pimping women, man. You know, a lot of you are, you wicked ass jakes, you're pimping these women. Okay, you're not supposed to be a pimp. That's off. That's prostitution, man. You ain't supposed to prostitute the chick. Okay, that's clearly off. You know, and it says here 21:7, it says they should not take a wife that is a whore or profane, neither should they take away a woman put away from her husband, for he is holy unto his power. Now with this scripture, all these women are pretty much the harlotry because none of them are virgins. Okay, but in a perfect setup, you're supposed to have a virgin, especially if you're a priest. You're supposed to have a virgin. You know, but does that mean you do not deal with women? No, that don't mean that. Well, and the woman, you're a priest, you're not supposed to deal with no other woman. Well, why I'm dealing with you then? That make both of us hypocrites, man. You see, but there are no virgins in this society. So what Paul said, he said, in order to not burn, to abstain from burning, marry, which marriage is sex. You know, and really, technically honest, the only time you can really marry a woman is if you take her virginity. Now, like I said, you do have exceptions to the rule. You know, that women, you know, she may not have been your first, she may not have been her first. But, you know, you got a bonding with her. Y'all like each other. Y'all had kids together. Y'all stay together, whatever. And you say, okay, this is your wife. Fine. Which wife just means, you know, this just means servant, helpmeet, woman. You know, that's just what it means. But overall, she can't pair bond with you because she's had too many men, which proves, going back to this meme here, it says the average woman has had sex with over 1,000 different men before she reaches the age of 30. And that's the reason why a lot of them are bugged out. You got to think about the 1,000 different specimens or spirits that's floating around in their minds, their bodies, the diseases. And that's why a lot of them have that odor, because all those sperms are fighting one another, man. It's like a petri dish of straight fluids and semen. It's disgusting, man. You know, but like I said, these are the women we supposed to graft and protect and put on a damn pedestal. No, thank you. All right. It says Leviticus 21:9. It says the daughter of any priest, if she profane herself by playing a whore, she profaned her father, she should be burnt with fire. Okay, that's the whole point. So, hey, she's supposed to be burnt. Deuteronomy 23:17, there should be no whore of the daughters of Israel, nor a sodomite of the sons of Israel. And thou shalt not bring the hire of a whore or the price of a dog into the house of the Lord thy power for any vow. For even both these are abominations until you have thy power. Now that whore goes into like temple harlotry. Like we broke down how you had temple harlots. Now you look up the Church of Babylon or the Church of Satan or the Church of Hollywood, Beyonce, Nicki Minaj, what's this chick's name? Megan Thee Stallion. Okay, the Kardashians, they're considered temple harlots, man. You know, and they laid down and worshiped other gods, man. Okay, and worshiped other spirits, and that's what Jake is doing. That's off. Okay, but hey, like I said, those women have a big influence on the women of the society, so therefore they act out in those type of endeavors. Okay, which is completely left, and this is the reason why majority of you women in America will be destroyed, man. Like Elder Malcolm will always say, you will become the cock carousel. You will be the cock carousel gonna ride you. Because when Jacob's Trouble really kicks off in its entirety and the system goes down and there's no more 911, all you twerkalites, you twerkaholics out there, you thoughts, oh, remember, they remember and they gonna know. All you women out there that wanted to play the harlot, wanted to show off your thighs, your legs, your ankles, your chest, your cleavage, you want to hop out the car twerking 12 o'clock at night, man, without it, you know, just out there wrong. The Most High gonna see you to it. You know, Proverbs 23 and 27 says, for a whore is a deep ditch and a strange woman is a narrow pit. Right, man. Okay. Because of that come kids, child support, man, stress, all types of nonsense, man, which is totally just avoidable. But like I said, we're living in an evil society, man. All right. And another thing, too, you women out there that's in the truth. Hey, man, stop trying to get with brothers. If you have a man, whether he's in the faith or not, you ain't supposed to be trying to talk to no other brothers on that level, man. Okay? I feel, honestly, it's kind of weird when you just have a basic conversation. Like, I know a lot of, sisters give gifts and stuff like that, which is, it's a cool thing. You know, they get permissions from their husbands to do so. That's a green light. But even in that aspect, it's always the women that's married to niggas in the world that wanting to help out the ministry, man. It's just like that's their testimony, that's their faith, that's their cross they got to bury. Because most sisters that's married to worldly dudes, they want their husbands to convert over and be in the truth, but oftentimes it's not like that. And then you a brother, you scratching your head like, what the fuck? Like, how the hell is that even possible? But you got to think of it too. A lot of these women were with these men before they came into the truth. Because really, women just started helping the Great Millstone out, I want to say probably 2 or 3 years ago. Some a little longer. But on average, most of these women you see, they just came in a couple of years ago, and they were already with these dudes that before they got in the truth. But even then, too, though, a lot of them break up with their dudes and try to get with brothers. You can't do that. That's adultery. You can't be wishing harm and death on this man so you can give it a profit. Because guess what? The Most High put him to death, then and he put you to death too. You know, but those of you that's righteous, like you got the account of Nabal. Okay, you got Nabal, I believe, when David. When the Most High put him to death, and then he got with his wife because, hey, she was widowed and the Lord killed him for being wicked. You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense. And that could be the case in certain situations. But overall, you sisters that got men that's not in the faith, I mean, that's just your cross you got to bear. You got to deal with it, man. You never know how the Lord can turn things around at the last minute. So, you know, you can't be secretly plotting on, well, I'm going to leave this dude. No. That shit bitches of the world do. You know, like, I'm going to leave him and find another man. Oh, you the wrong man. All because you didn't fucking bow down to her twisted ass, fucked up feminist emotions. And now all of a sudden she want to commit adultery on you with another man because you ain't brainwashed by the American or by the Western ideologies. Like, you people are brainwashed out there. They say we brainwashed, but you people are completely brainwashed. Okay, believing in Esau Edom is going to give you some type of profitability of mind to do right. For a woman to tell you, oh, you the wrong, I made a mistake, oh, you the wrong guy. If a woman tell a brother that shit, and she ain't right, man. That shit ain't right. Oh, you the wrong guy. So basically, you green lighting adultery. Because if I'm the wrong dude, then eventually you just want to go find the quote-unquote right dude that's going to take your bullshit. Now I'm the wrong dude because I don't take your bullshit. Motherfucking niggas are wicked, man. You people are a bunch of goddamn clowns. All right, and that's why, like I said, man, Jacob's Trouble is the best thing for this king. Jacob's Trouble is the best thing for you women, because you're gonna know what it's like to be in trouble. And the account of playing a harlot, that have a heavy penalty against it. You see how the Most High punished the nation of Israel. Just imagine how much he's gonna punish you women for playing a harlot on your men. 1,000 men before you 30. That's ridiculous, man. And then got the audacity to want to get married. Hell no. All right. Sirach 22. 26 and 22, it says, a harlot should be counted as spittle, But a married woman is a tower against death to her husband. Right? Spit, man. All right? Spit. It says, a dishonest woman contendeth shame. Being a harlot is dishonest. And an honest woman will revere her husband. Verse 25, a shameless woman should be counted as a dog, but she that is shamefaced will fear the Lord, man. So anyway, I'm going to end it there, man. I pretty much covered the basics. The last video was a little bit more detailed, but whatever, man. You know, the point is being made. This wicked, this current system, this current setup must be destroyed. I mean, this is just not cool at all, man. I mean, and they take pleasure in this. They glory in this. This is promoted here. You know, and it's not even considered a polyamorous spirit. This is just whoredom, okay? Polyamory is just women that deal with multiple men in a relationship. That's still whoredom, but that's exclusively among them, which that woman is God bullshit. But in this case, these are just random men popping the same chick, one after one after one, and be the main one screaming, oh, you can't call me a hoe. Well, I ain't got to call you that. The fucking picture speaks for itself. But anyway, with that, shalom, blah, blah, blah.